DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Welcome and good morning. Welcome to the DD214 Network podcast. This morning, y'all better look the fuck out today. Our crayons are sharp, the box is full, our bottle of glue is topped off, and our helmets are on tight, baby. We're about to rhythm with the tism. Let's get this fucking episode going, gents.
Let's go.
How are you guys doing?
I've been holding that in for a fucking week.
Yeah. We missed you last week. We had a good show. We had fun. But
it was a good episode. I watched it. I think I went back through and I watched it about twice this week. I know I messaged you guys after a little bit where I think because I popped in for a second just to say good morning when y'all were live, and then y'all were talking about if me or Chris, Mr. Bo Dead had ever met, and he's not been on the show the entire time I've been here.
Interesting. So it's been
every time he's been on, it's been like I've been out of town or unavailable. Like he's the backup Joe.
He's a good kid. I miss him. I miss him terribly. I'm glad he's rocking and rolling, still wearing the uniform, still doing his thing. So it's always fun to watch the homies fucking succeed and climb the ranks and keep pushing forward. Basically, did I ever tell you guys about my brother-in-law? And my brother-in-law has been in the Air Force.
That was the one that retired from the Air Force recently, right?
No. That was a different brother from Tucson. He was a colonel. The one that retired was a colonel.
Gotcha.
My brother-in-law, married to my sister, he just picked up. He just made the pay grade E9. He's a chief master sergeant now.
Oh, nice.
So he the Air Force's equivalent of like sergeant major.
Yeah.
He fucking made it.
Well,
like he just fucking made it and he got it. And like, definitely want to give him some fucking props on that. Like,
well, that's like, I mean, we've got, well, shit. I mean, you have your sibling just made fucking, or your brother-in-law just made fucking chief master sergeant. We have fucking Ace who just got first sarge. Yep. I've got one of my old troops, one of the old fucking E4s that served under me back when I was still in. I just saw the other day he just made sergeant major.
Goddamn, good for him.
So it's like everybody's fucking.
If you stay if you stay in long enough and you keep your shit tight, like it'll happen eventually. Like,
I mean, and that's the thing. I've got
some MOSs are harder to make it than others, but the reality is
he ended up having to. He ended up having to fucking go through and reclass and change MOSs because he wasn't going to make fucking sergeant major in the MP field.
Who's Rob Lee?
We'll get to that soon.
Okay.
Keep going.
Oh, dear fucking God. I don't even want to know. Shit.
You guys do anything this week? Anything crazy? No.
Well, I'll get to the crazy episode.
Yeah, I know, John. You got a
Yeah,
little
John has a lot of fucking crazy. He's probably going to take up a good fucking 30 to
I
40
didn't-
minutes.
I didn't want-
episode with his
I
crazy.
didn't really want to delve too deep into my crazy this week. I damn near had like an actual Roadhouse story. It would almost turn into like actual Roadhouse bullshit. So like, I was upset for a couple days over that. I told you guys before the show, so we won't delve too much into that. But kids, don't go out after dark. Okay, nothing good happens after fucking dark. That's all I can tell
No,
you.
nothing good happens at all.
There's a reason I normally don't do it. And now the last 2 times I've tried to go out after dark, the great city of Independence has fucked with me. Both times I've gone out after dark, the last 2 times. So I'm like, I guess I'm just not going out after dark ever anymore. Period. You know what I mean? Like, period. Like it just ain't working for me. Just ain't working.
I guess, on my end, vacation was fucking good, pretty relaxing.
Yeah, did you have you guys have a good time?
We always do. I mean, it's fucking, we go visit some friends that live there. It's chill, relax. We go out during the day. We fucking eat good food. We fucking go back to their house. We fucking sit down, play fucking card games and shit.
Cool.
And just drink and stay up super fucking late. And then get up super fucking early the next day to go to fucking get brunch and start drinking all over again.
That sounds like a good time to me.
It's one of those situations where it's like, once or twice a year when we go out there, I get to relive the fucking army days where, I pretty much stayed drunk 24/7 for days on end.
No way. You don't say.
Ooh. No.
But I did, one of the big things when we go out there that I do is a lot of bourbon hunting. Cause you guys know my bourbon and my love for fucking bourbon and whiskeys.
Uh-huh.
So went into a new liquor store that opened up recently in their area. And it has now become my favorite liquor store because they have a lot of the fucking allocated shit that I can't find anywhere.
Uh-huh.
And not at stupid, ridiculous markups.
Right.
Nice.
However, luckily I budget for this whenever we do go out there because my big find was a $300 fucking bottle that I brought home.
Oh shit, you got it?
Yeah, but that's one of those like once in a blue moon special occasions. It's your birthday.
Like Jay comes out to North Carolina.
Jay and John come to North Carolina for a fucking cookout. We're gonna fucking open and pour a glass kind of situation. That's not an everyday sipper bottle. That's it stays tight. It was on my bucket list of bottles to get. I'd never tried it before. So of course we get home and the first thing I have to do is make sure I've got my ice cube, my nice fucking whiskey rocks fucking made up. And I poured a glass just to try it. Fucking delicious. Fucking delicious.
Fucking delicious.
I'm telling you, it's the most delicious thing ever.
It's huge.
It's huge.
it fucking better be delicious if it's $300 a goddamn bottle. Okay, that's like what would that be, like $20 a shot, probably, like minimum. You know what I mean?
So it was when we were staying at the hotel in KC last year, Jay.
Yeah, the president.
They had a bottle of Whistle Pig 18 year, which I still have yet to try.
Okay.
And because I've seen it around here a few times, and it's a $300 bottle in North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And in Kansas City, they were charging $60 for an ounce.
Fuck no. Like, I don't care who you are.
That's why I didn't fucking try it.
Well, I wish that's how much my cannabis was for an ounce.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna be charged $60 for a shot, I might as well buy the $300 bottle. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like,
because I mean, 3 shots and you've practically bought the fucking bottle.
The damn thing, and there's only 3 fucking shots gone, right?
So,
like,
but see, that's the other thing. Like, because I saw a bottle of it in Kansas City in one of the stores we went into.
Uh-huh.
And the bottle in Kansas City was fucking $1,000.
Fuck no, dude.
Because the one thing I noticed when we were in Kansas City, and the reason why I didn't buy any bottles to fucking check baggage for the flight home was because Kansas City, a lot of the stores sell it at fucking secondary market pricing, which is a stupid, ridiculous fucking markup.
Right.
Because they can, because it's all private liquor stores. It's not
Yeah.
state controlled like North Carolina
Well, where
state
else-
controlled.
And where else are you going to find that shit except at those stores, so they can charge whatever the fuck they want to for it?
Yeah.
Basically.
Because what they're doing is they're going to other states and the owners are, going around and they're buying it that way. And then they're able to turn around and sell it in their stores.
Right.
Because it's not controlled by the state. Like North Carolina, it's 100% state controlled. You can't go into a Walmart or a gas station or anything and buy liquor. We've talked about it.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate for you, but it's
unfortunate, but it also keeps the prices fucking down because they're charging MSRP for those bottles versus a fucking markup.
And it's state controlled. So yeah, like freaking, yeah.
Yeah. It's just all those good bottles typically go to the fucking restaurants before they make it to the shelves in the stores because restaurants get first dibs on everything.
Well, I'm just glad you were able to get your fucking expensive bottle of fucking bourbon before the fucking stock market like finishes crashing. You know what I mean? Like, did everybody have fun this week watching their fucking retirement and fucking 401ks fucking tank? Just curious, just wondering. Like, yeah, because it's happening.
I saw it was happening and I just stopped looking.
You kind of just have to stop looking after a while. Like, I've never in my life been prouder of the fact that I don't have a 401k fucking than I was this week. I was like,
oh yeah.
Can you imagine how many people were just watching this shit going like, well, there goes my fucking retirement. I guess I'm working until I'm fucking 80. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I was already fucking expecting that anyways.
Yeah, me too.
Dude.
Work till you die.
I'll shut up.
So
I mean, if you enjoy what you do, then yeah, you'll do it. You know
well,
what
sure,
I mean?
Well, sure, but how many of our peers and out of our peer group
are that happy?
A lot of people don't have that opportunity or that ability to do that even,
Well, there's not having that opportunity or that ability. There's, I mean, obviously all three of us being veterans, we've got a shit ton of friends that can't even fucking work.
Right.
In our peer group because of their disabilities from their time in service.
I'm getting close. Like, this year I had to take a step back at Arrowhead. So I still work the Chiefs games, but I had to go to a different position because it just things weren't feeling good. You know what I mean? So I took a different position at Arrowhead. I still did good. I still got to make my rounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to deal with as much of the crowd. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like it's one of those things like me and you, John, we're kind of lucky because with me, even though I'm, physically I'm just completely fucked. Like when I die and fucking I already decided I want to be cremated just because I don't want somebody to find my fucking shriveled up fucking corpse in a million years and be like, holy fuck, this guy was jacked all to hell from fucking bone damage. Because my spine probably curves like this from fucking jumping out of airplanes and all the fucking shit I did.
Carrying giant backpacks full of shit for like fucking millions of dollars.
It's me and you, John, we're kind of lucky because you doing podcast producing, me doing IT work and having a fucking cozy desk job. Not everybody has that fucking opportunity.
Yeah. Well, and let's just
now, do I want to fucking do this till I'm 80? Fuck no. Do I want to fucking sit at a desk and fucking continue to fucking tell people what to do till I'm 80? No.
Yeah.
I'd like to fucking retire at some point, but is that something that I see possible in my fucking future? Fuck no.
It ain't happening. It ain't fucking. At least it's not.
Shit, we're trying to figure out how to pay the fucking wife's student student loans and shit now.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, it's rough. It's rough out there right now.
Because she went through. Well, she had to go through. She did. She did her debt consolidation for her student loans and shit, and fucking the payments, $500 a fucking month for the next 30 years.
For 30 years, that's a fucking mortgage, dude.
Yeah,
like, that's a fucking mortgage. Like, goddamn, dude. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Like, I did get some good news this week. I got my taxes done. For some reason,
get a fucking car.
I did not get a car yet. It's coming. I'm still fucking stressed out about that. Don't get me started on that. But I went to a different tax place this year.
Some places.
And I fucking I got my taxes done. And the dude told me the number that what my return is, what I'm getting back, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, because it was like fucking 4 times as much as I got last year, and I think if anything, I worked less. You know what I mean? So I was like, what the fuck is the difference between this year and last year? And he's like, I really couldn't tell you right now, but I talked to my fucking my dad, and my dad's like, well, find last year's and go take it into them, and you can refile, but see if they did something wrong. You know what I mean? Because last year I didn't get hardly anything back last year.
That makes me think that, you know, whoever was prepping your taxes last year fucked something up.
They weren't paying, or they weren't paying attention to something. I don't know I don't know what the hell, because functionally nothing changed. You know what I mean? Like, and it should have been the numbers should have been similar. I wasn't expecting to get a lot back. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
And the dude told me, and I was like, "Are you sure that's correct?" You know what I mean? Like, I'm not actually getting that much back. And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, if you had worked a little bit more, you would have gotten even more back. I was like, "What? Like, what the fuck were they doing last year?" I was like, I only got X amount last year. This is like 4 times as much.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what they did. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's interesting too, Ty, because the student loan thing is just a fucking issue and a half everywhere. You know what I mean?
How can you go to school with a loan that you're going to be paying off for 30 fucking years afterwards? That's not, like 4 years of school is not worth that much money. Like it's worth money. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's worth money. Well, the degree and the schooling you do, but not for fucking 30 years.
It wasn't the undergrad that fucking did that. So when she got her undergrad degree, so the 4 years, she was only 30,000 in student loan debt, which she could have paid off. You know, that would have been a lot fucking different. Right. The graduate degree, which was the additional 2 years after the 4-year degree,
right,
put her to $100K in student debt.
God damn, dude. I can't imagine that. Like, I have a mortgage on a house, so my mortgage is over 100. Obviously, it's over $100,000, right? Because I bought a house, but that's a fucking house. You know what I mean? Not a goddamn fucking 2-year or 4-year fucking graduate degree from a fucking college. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's investment here. You know, obviously there's investment in your education when you go to school like that, when you go to college.
I agree, yeah.
It's an investment, but you shouldn't be paying that investment off for fucking like
the rest of your life.
For like,
because I mean, if we look at it, you know, age wise, she's going to be paying it off the rest of her life. I'll be, by the time the 30 years is up, I'll be 65 and she'll be fucking 70.
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
And some, there are some places that do give a shit about education, and you get real lucky sometimes. You know, you get real lucky with that. What is 1%? Is it that low?
I don't know which. I feel bad for the millennials, like my peer group specifically. Like, early 2000s was like. Early 2000s to mid 2000s was like a fuck fest of just like student loans, and motherfuckers are still paying shit off. Motherfuckers have already changed careers like 2 or 3 times, you know, like, so they're not even doing anything related to their goddamn degrees, that whatever they have degrees in. I got brothers and sisters back in Arizona, fucking from the Army. People I've known throughout my life, they're still paying bills for shit that they did 20, 25 years ago, that they're not even doing that thing now, that whatever their education was for, they're not even performing those duties anymore. They're in a completely different job field or whatever. And it was like, well, what did their money go towards then? You know what I mean?
Well,
like, I think there does need to be a conversation about some level of student loan forgiveness. You know what I mean? On some level, maybe not all of it, but
on some level. I mean, that's where, you know, the big concern for my wife right now is she got a fucking degree in public health.
That's not a bad thing.
Not a bad fucking degree to get, as long as they're not shutting down all the fucking programs from the government side, because our fucking government.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Her job is losing a lot of fucking funding, and they're firing like the federal jobs are disappearing in public.
Get your hand off my penis!
And then she has to fight everybody else for the same job because they fucking lost they all lost their job too. So she has to. So it creates like almost like an artificial fucking wall. You know, it's like a barrier to fucking join, basically. You know what I mean? It just turns into a fucking giant barrier because now you're fighting your own peer group just to get like 10 people fighting for the same job.
Well, and that's where I've told my fucking daughter now. I'm like, you know, with her, she wants to go to fucking college, and I'm like, no, go to trade school.
Something.
Yeah. Go to trade school, become a fucking plumber, an electrician, fucking do some kind of fucking shit like that, because
or dare I say it, fucking do a 4-year hitch in the fucking military and get that GI Bill. You know what I mean? Like do a little.
Yeah. Then honestly, your doors open up more.
They really,
or the construction school.
I mean, I can't tell you how many Joes I had to kind of coach and mentor where I was like, I know the Army seems like it sucks right now. Like, do a couple more years and then go to college. Like, don't let one bad unit or one bad platoon or one bad contract,
one bad fucking NCO, one bad fucking officer. Don't let that fucking ruin it.
Don't let that ruin the Army on you, because the Army is like a giant stepping stone. So whenever you get out of the Army, you can be very, very set up to be ahead of your peers.
Well, when I got 3 years for GI,
I was way behind. I was way behind the curve with my peer group, even for Tucson, Arizona, homies. I was way behind them all the way up until I joined the Army. And then now that I've gotten out of the Army, I hate to use the term, but it's true. Like I'm fucking semi-retired, and I'm only 44 years old. I'm semi-retired.
Well,
okay. And there's a couple of factors that go into that. We're not going to get into all of them.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm semi-retired at 44 years old, I don't have to fucking scrape. I don't have to fucking struggle as hard. I don't have to fucking claw my way back up another ladder. As soon as I got out of the Army, I was able to fucking like take a knee, drink some water, chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? And yes, I was fortunate. I had a good run, and I'm fortunate for what I have, and I'm very grateful for it. But the reality is, it was the Army that fucking finally put me kind of like ahead of my peer group, if you want to call it that, to where I am basically functionally retired now. If I work, I only work if I feel like it. And lately, I haven't been feeling like it a lot, mainly because of the car thing. But still, it's like my fucking car took a shit and broke down. I'm not tripping about it.
Yeah,
I don't have to fucking freak out. Go ahead.
My car died this week.
Oh no, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Ford EcoSport, it's gone.
Oh god, dude, I'm sorry. I know the stress. Like trust me, I know the stress.
Well,
like,
and this is like another thing where I became very fortunate. I had 2 cars. I didn't have any payments for. One's dead, the other one still works. So
right. Well, and that's I don't like putting it like this.
Plus, I don't drive.
Well, like I don't like putting it like this, but it's like my car's still sitting in my fucking driveway, but I'm probably just gonna have it hauled off eventually. You know what I mean? And that's like, whenever I get a new car, I'll get a new car. But I'm not. It didn't break me to not have a car to drive. It's not breaking me.
Yeah, mine's gone.
I'm in a fortunate position again because of Mother Army.
Yeah, you're in a position where it's not life or death right now.
I did good for Mother Army while I was in. Mother Army's doing good by me now that I'm out. I'm one of the lucky ones. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? Like that's just reality. But a lot of our friends, a lot of our peer group, they're still struggling, and they're going to have to continue to struggle. You know what I mean? Like, and it hurts my heart. It hurts. It legitimately hurts my heart. I don't like seeing my brothers and sisters, wherever they are in the country, any country, struggling, scraping, clawing their way through fucking life, just trying to make fucking ends meet. Nobody wants to see your loved ones do that. You know what I mean? And like it hurts my heart to see the people that we love and that we care about still having to struggle. And there's a lot of our friends from the Army, same thing with them. They did a contract or two, they got right the fuck out, and now they're struggling. You know what I mean? Like it's a tale as old as time. You know what I mean? It really is. So just keep your heads up out there wherever you're at. We appreciate you guys. We really do. Like we don't want to see you guys struggle, but we know a lot of us do. So we'll make it. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will, man. I do want to say something. I want to get back to the drinking stuff a little bit because like I have found the better drink of choice for me now.
What you got?
I'm drinking Bud Light hard sodas.
Okay, I'm familiar. I know.
Yeah.
I know those.
Delicious. I mean,
Joe, do not fucking judge.
No. I was actually, I've got, because I've had them when I went through my little seltzer kick thing that I went through for a while, because they're classified, they're Bud Light seltzer hard sodas is what they're.
Yeah, because like
they call them a seltzer, but they're not. They're just a fucking hard soda.
Yes.
The orange one is fucking delicious.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
The to answer Cleary's question real quick, Cleary, I ETS'd in October of 23, or excuse me, 21, October 21. I moved to Kansas City December that year, and as soon as I got to Kansas City, I went to the VA and did my, whatever, like the medical stuff to receive a rating. After that, it was about 3 or 4 months, and then one morning I woke up and got a wild hair. I checked my bank account balance, and they had back paid me up to my ETS, so it was about 6 months. I got about 6 months worth of back payment for disability, and now obviously it comes every month like clockwork. So that's just. But I consider myself one of the lucky ones. Like there was not a lot of fighting. They gave me my rating with no fuss, no fight, and on the first look. So it was like there was no. When I do my group therapy, there's still dudes in my group therapy that've been out way fucking longer than me from other eras, not just GWAT, like other eras.
I don't even
they're still they're still fighting the VA. Like it breaks my heart because I'm like, they probably deserve it just as much as I do, but for some reason it was a fight with them, or they waited fucking 15 years after they got out before they went to go get their disability.
And now everything's not service connected.
Yeah, now and then that's when I highly recommend, if you are still active, the minute you get out or within like I did within a few months, immediately get to the VA, immediately get your rating, even if it's 30%, 40%, that's still percentage, that's still there for you. It's an award. You are awarded a disability rating. It's an award. That money is already set aside. You're not taking it from anybody.
Yep.
Okay. Be smart about it. That's your shit. Go get your shit. You earned it.
To add in, and this is just from experience. This isn't like a brag or nothing like that. I like for even myself, I didn't even apply for mine until like maybe 2-3 years after I was out.
Yeah.
And I did mine myself, and I got mine back in 3 months. With a proper rating.
They're usually pretty quick about it. Like it does take a few months. It does take a few months.
You do get back pay.
You'll get back paid, and then once it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? Like you can go back and redo it or refile if you feel like you need to, but once it's done, it's done. Like for me, now I just make appointments with the VA when I need to go see the doctor.
Yep.
For dental, dental and fucking all the things. And I think we talked a little bit last week. It took 9 months, but I finally got to see a shrink, like an actual shrink. I do therapy at the vet center, but I'm finally now seeing actual like psychotherapists at the VA. So that's like, and I'm able to do that because of my rating. I'm able to do all that because, fortunately for me, I don't have to worry about healthcare for the rest of my life. But then again, what do they know that I don't? Like how much longer is the rest of life going to be? You know what I mean? Like that's like how long is it going to be till I end up fucking like fighting like burn pit cancer or some shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, what do they know that what do they know that I don't? You know?
Yep. Oh man. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get into the gritty?
Yes. I want to hear about your fucking.
Do we want to touch that first, or do we want to touch that post I was telling you guys about first? Because I think it'll be quicker to cover what I had and then jump into
That's
your
fine.
shit.
That's fine.
So, Cleary, since you're here, this is a prior service to recruiter conversation here. So this was posted by the DFW Army Recruiter and the Go Army Minneapolis pages on Instagram. Congratulations to future soldier. I'm leaving the last name's on fucking social media, Smith, who thanks to her experience as a dental technician in the civilian world was able to enlist with an ASVAB score of 19. Not only does she get to skip the career training for her job, so she doesn't have to do AIT, she's also going to start her career as a specialist with a 19 ASVAB score. What the fuck is the Army doing, Cleary?
Little bit of a.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
It's like we used to joke. We used to joke about ASVAB waivers. You know what I mean? Like people being a little bit like, touched in the head. You know what I mean? And like
A little touched in the head.
a fucking potato can score 19 on a fucking ASVAB, dude. A fucking potato can. Okay, like that's literally like that's a potato score, dude. Like, did you spell your fucking name right? Did you fucking come on, dude? Like, and you want that?
Okay,
you want that?
So Cleary,
are you okay with it, Cleary? Like, is that like?
I mean, I don't think he really gets the fucking choice, but
well, are they just bad at taking? That's what I'm saying, bro. Thank you, Bear. That's what I'm fucking saying, bro. I don't want anybody to get this twisted. Like I'm not trying to be overly judgmental about this, but it's like that's a hard score to get that low of a score on. You know
Most
what I mean?
of the answers are C.
I mean, you could just about randomly just write stuff in, and you'd probably still end up with like a fucking higher score than a 19.
I mean, so I get, Army Civilian Acquired Skills Program, I guess, is what the program that this future specialist is going in under. This is the program, according to our resident recruiter. However, I also don't feel like just because you have a civilian skill that you should be able to join if you score below a certain spot on the fucking ASVAB, no matter what.
That's a pretty hard score to like. I have to assume that if they're a dental tech, that they just probably aren't good at taking tests or something. But like that is, I don't like fucking tooting my own horn, okay? But for clarity here, I had to retake my ASVAB when I was getting ready to join because I'd been out of high school for 10 years at that point. So I had to retake the ASVAB before I joined. To compare, I scored a fucking 97. Okay. That's a relatively high score. Not a lot of people get above 90. Yeah. Usually, not a lot of people get above 90.
A fucking stud.
19. Oh, dude, you should have seen my line scores. You should have seen my GT score, dude. Like, you should have seen my line scores. Like, you would shit, John. You would shit. But it was I retained a lot of knowledge from my education growing up, and then in the 10 years after high school, I gained more knowledge because of like some of the work that I did, like in the trades, like construction and stuff like that. So I actually scored higher than I scored in high school, mainly because of that. So like, and I understand not everybody's good at taking tests. Like, that is a thing. But Jesus Christ, you're a dental tech, and you scored a fucking 19, dude. Like I don't know if I want that person fucking holding an M4 next to me. You know what I mean? Oh man.
Read that out loud.
It doesn't.
I'm just reading the last sentence of that entire statement. I found out through recruiting that education does not equal intelligence.
Agreed.
And that is probably one of the best things a recruiter has ever said, and probably one of the only times a recruiter has never lied to me.
Well, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I had to tell certain people throughout my career in the Army where don't pay attention to my fucking line scores. That's not necessarily an indicator of me as a person or even a measure of my intelligence. That's like, that just means I fucking took the test well that day. That's basically all that meant. You know, like,
Yeah.
I still had to have people show me how to do stuff. There were, when I first started, I was a mechanic. I cannot tell you guys how many fucking mechanics were better mechanics than me, because I just didn't belong really in that MOS. So I was a very hard worker, but I'm not necessarily the go-to. I wasn't necessarily the go-to guy, you know, when shit broke down in the field. You know what I mean? Like, I can assist, I can help, but when we're talking like troubleshooting, you're talking like different areas and facets of the maintenance field. I was a good worker. I was a hard worker. Probably was not the best mechanic. I like my heart and soul belonged where I ended up in the infantry. You know what I mean? So there's something to be said for that too.
You know, and you talking about your line scores and your ASVAB score and all that shit and how you scored really high. I scored high too. Right. I actually got into a fucking argument with my recruiter because they wanted to put me into some fucking like super secret squirrel fucking MOS. And I was like, no, I want to be a fucking MP. And he's like, why do you want to be a fucking grunt with a Humvee when you could fucking go fucking be in charge of nuclear weapons and shit? And it's like, because I don't want to fucking be in charge of nuclear weapons.
I had to have the same conversation with my recruiter, and my recruiter was very honest. He's like, if you become a mechanic, you're not going to promote very fast. You know, he's like, I don't know if he's like, he legitimately said, he's like, I don't know if it's for you. I was like, well, intelligence definitely isn't for me. Like, military intelligence is definitely not me. I can't, do not put me in a fucking fluorescent light bulb hell, you know, in a goddamn cubicle, you know, sitting at a fucking desk. Like, I'll be pulling my hair out. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work. So
yeah. I mean, and that was part of my whole thing. I didn't want to fucking sit in the cubicle yet. I wasn't ready for fucking desk work.
No.
I mean, obviously I do it now for a fucking living.
Well, sure.
Back
then,
I wasn't in a position where I needed to fucking do it. So
Jam. And that's that. And I never understood that either. Like, when I joined the Army, I knew I wanted to join the Army. Like, it was like the Army was like my last shot at a winner. I was 28 years old, almost 29. So we're pushing, encroaching on our 30s already. And I was like, I need to do something with my life. I did not want to go back to Tucson, Arizona with my tail between my legs and try to fucking make a career out of digging ditches for fucking $8 an hour. You know what I mean? Like, the Army gave me a way out. It gave me an out. And thank God, because if I hadn't joined the Army, or if the Army hadn't worked out for me, I don't know if I would have made it back to Kansas City yet. I really don't.
Yeah.
I know a lot has happened in the last 15 or so years since I joined, but I don't know if I might still be stuck in fucking Arizona for all I know. You know what I mean? The Army gave me a stepping stone to life, and it gave me a way to make my dreams come true, so to speak. You know what I mean? So there's definitely something to be said for, but a 19 is holy shit. Like,
this, it makes me want, it's
yeah, basically that's pretty much that's it. Yeah,
fucking trash,
fucking trash.
So we got.
Tell me, yes, John. I want to hear this, John.
Welcome to paradise.
So myself and a group of other people for the last couple months since September, October, August have been uncovering the crypto scam paradise. You know, and to keep it short, you know, it was a video game that was supposed to come out just 4 days ago, and they promised this whole big ordeal about like, oh yeah, we are, you know, we're a AAA game. We have crypto in the game. You can make money off of it. We'll have a good time. We're a GTA competitor and all this stuff, right? We've talked through most of it before. But this week, on the 2nd, the game was supposed to release through Epic and Steam. And then all of a sudden they were like, no, download this thing called G-Gem, which was something that some of us found out to have some data mining capabilities for your information. So I just downloaded the thing called Sentinel-1, which found some hidden things in my PC after I did a virus scan on it from after downloading GGEM, and GGEM was maxing out my computer and stuff like that. So there were some issues with that, and then there was crypto involved with it. They didn't release it because of the wedding. Oh, you mean this wedding?
Oh, goddamn AI.
That's spooky. That's
That's
spooky.
from our boy Mr. VCSL lady.
Fucking funny. Jesus Christ.
You know, he's my biggest fan. In fact, just yesterday, I mean, how could I forget? How could I forget? Just yesterday, he was a part of this.
Robert Lee onto the street. Oh shit.
He won't answer my calls.
We're in talks. We're in talks.
Yeah,
We're in talks.
he won't answer my calls. But before we get to our favorite part of it, you know, like Robert Lee, we love each other. And don't forget, guys, Robert Lee is nothing but a victim in the whole situation. We don't know what's going on.
Who the fuck is that?
So at this point, I think that is a paid actor that was used to make the Paradise like tutorial videos and stuff, to do the voiceovers and shit like that. But we don't know who that guy is. Yeah, he's my lover. He's my husband. Okay, so the game was supposed to come out Tuesday. The game didn't fucking come out. People are going, oh, yeah, you beat me to it. I got it too. And you know, just shit just got fucking haywire with this thing. People are starting to fight back now because they
lost their money. They lost their money. You're fucking with people's money.
So I want to show you guys something. I know we're not big on crypto and stuff, but we understand charts, right?
Yes.
Oh God, not charts. I stare at those every fucking day.
Well, look at this one.
Oh, wanna.
You're gonna, Daddy. Look at this.
Emotional damage.
Holy shit. That don't look good.
That tanked. That fucking tanked.
That's like
I don't think the line's supposed to go down.
that looks like fucking
That went in the wrong direction.
That looks like the fucking stock market this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit. I'm really curious what's gonna happen tomorrow when the markets open tomorrow. Like tomorrow morning. I'm really curious. Like,
yeah, this has been happening all week. It's been going up and down, but people are trying to save this token for this video game, right? But it's been nothing but deception. It's been nothing but lies, and I'm tired of it. I'm not okay. This shit is fucking.
You shouldn't have. You don't need to be okay with it, John. There's a thing called righteous anger. Okay, yeah. I would say you definitely are well due for some righteous anger about this shit. And like you even mentioned it on your live stream. You know, like you mentioned me for a second. Your buddy Jay. This is part of the reason why I don't fucking play video games anymore.
That's right.
I can't fucking trust anybody to even put out a fucking game.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I'm glad you reminded me of that, because I did say that. I said because Jay's already a casual gamer, and this is just something that pushes him away from gaming.
Yeah. Can we pull that chart back up real quick? I just want to I want to look at it one more fucking time.
Yeah, and then one of the guys that
for the homies.
One of the guys that made the video, Jetro, they put him in the game as a homeless guy. And he's the guy that they've been attacking a lot too, along too. But yeah, look at that.
Holy fuck.
So this is just a week ago. Yeah, this was a day ago, but this is from the month. Like
this is why the death Paradise shouldn't have let Diddy be involved in their fucking planning.
There you go.
Clearly. He put too much baby oil in the game.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it is. I mean, and then like I'm playing a game called Enzoy right now, and I'm fucking loving it. I'm living life in it. Okay.
I mean, but see, The thing is, it's shit like this, like you said, that makes casual gamers like Jay not want a fucking game anymore, because you can't fucking believe shit with AI now. It's so hard to believe what's really going to be a fucking game and what's just a fucking scam to steal money from people nowadays.
Yeah. And
It's fucking it's ridiculous. It pisses me off as a tech person, as someone with a background in software development, someone that fucking loves playing video games, loves fucking, watching other people play video games, just enjoys gaming as a whole, enjoys providing content like you, John, of video game gameplay and shit like that. It takes it away for the casual gamers. Because like me and John, no matter what fucking happens, no matter what bad tastes XYZ happens, we're still gonna play a fucking game.
Sure.
We're still gonna produce content. We're gonna still do that because that's something we like to do, and that's just our thing. But for the guys like you, John, or I would even go as far as saying like Cleary, because I know Cleary's streamed a time or two, but he doesn't stream and provide content like me and John. And most of our viewers from even back when we were under the DD214 gaming banner, that was a lot of veteran gamers and casual gamers. That wasn't the me and Johns.
Right.
And this shit just fucking ruins it for people like that, because
stuff like this is part of the reason why we had to reflag as DD214 Network, because the gaming part started getting really silly, and the gaming industry hasn't been very proactive about keeping the bullshit out. Like it's like freaking, it's a lot of bullshit. And correct me if I'm wrong, when did the fucking business models start turning into pay us up front and we'll get you the product that you pay for, like whenever we fucking feel like it?
So
when did that become the fucking model? You know what I mean?
That's a good fucking question, because I don't know. And there's not a fucking solid answer to that, because it just fucking happened. We just started having Ubisoft, EA, fucking all these other companies release half-ass games, and then you're paying for upgrades along the way that eventually get you the full fucking game, but you have to spend the initial $70 on the fucking base game. Then you have to spend $20 3, 4, 5 months later for a fucking DLC pack that adds more to the base game that should have just been there to begin with. Then you got to do that again and again and again over the next like year or two to really get the true full fucking game.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yes.
And that's where, and props to Nintendo, because I've said it before. That's where I will die on the fucking hill of Nintendo is still the only fucking company that properly gives us a full fucking game from release.
Yeah.
They've had a few hiccups with like Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. When that released, there were some bugs in the game, but that's just software development nowadays anyways. Shit's gonna slip through the cracks, but we still got a full fucking game. And then they give you an option to buy like a DLC or something later on down the road that adds new content to the game, but you're getting that full fucking game right off the bat. And then you don't need to buy that additional content if you don't want to.
Right. It's kind of like GTA 4, when you had like the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and the Damned. So like it was worth it to buy the DLC, because you already had GTA 4, or for Red Dead Redemption they had Undead Nightmare.
Yeah,
you had Red Dead Redemption. Undead Nightmare was just an add-on to the game, and it was fun. We still haven't gotten any fucking new content for fucking GTA 5. Still haven't gotten new content for fucking Red Dead Redemption 2. Probably not going to. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate because the trend just became fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah.
And it's like I remember the fucking first time I got shaken down by the mob. You know what I mean? Like get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. You're not gonna do that to me. I do want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys 2 screenshots real quick.
Okay.
First, this one. Why do you compare yourselves to Rockstar Games? We have never compared ourselves to Rockstar Games. That's your imagination. Any comparisons are happening only in your head. We don't have billion-dollar budgets or thousands of employees. What we did promise, a unique AI-based NPC system, we delivered. No, you didn't. This is the first free open world project with live AI characters on XRPL, and we made it happen. No, you did it.
No, you didn't.
But the condescending
Lies.
answer. Now, I want to ask you guys something.
Uh-huh.
When there's a free to play game that comes out, right, and they promise you a big world, do you expect a AAA developer to answer you like this? Read that for me, please.
If you're just a gamer, then what are you complaining about? The game is free. You didn't pay for anything. We're developing this game with our own money. You have no right to demand anything from us. Fuck you. Fuck you. How about that? Fuck you right in your fucking face. Fucking bitch-made motherfuckers, dude.
How about the developers of the can't get the sand out of their fucking vaginas?
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yep.
Fucking
That's
that's that shit. That like you said, the condescension.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you even in the business if that's how you're gonna fucking treat your customers?
Everyone must deliver what they promise and give solid products to day one, like Baldur's Gate, like GTA, so on. The new generation of these early access games that lie to you must be stopped.
Agree. Hard fucking agree.
Yeah.
It's horseshit. It's fucking horseshit.
Yeah, and I mean, it just seems to be one new thing after another, and it's like, we think there might be an end to it soon. We don't know. I mean, Jetro just put out a video today with a lot of my footage, and it was actually kind of interesting because it kind of I'm not going to show it here because that is Jetro's video. You go over there and give him his roses because it is amazing. And what he does is that he has footage from a Discord AMA, and then footage of me debunking it, and then not just me, like Cyberboy and then other content creators and other things are just debunking everything. And then that was another thing. The day before scam, they had the day before employees too. So embarrassing. There were connections to that as well. This is a problem, and we always talk about scumbags and stuff like that, but this is just the scummy of the scum.
Oh yeah.
Their token is dropping. They're rude as fuck. First of all, this isn't the first time they've been rude. They have no respect for the people who actually want a good product. They have no respect for the people who are investing in their token. There's a lot. It's a lot of bullshit.
Save your money, kids. Save your fucking money.
And do not download the G-Gem launcher.
No. You guys, I know you guys give me shit sometimes because I don't like putting apps on my phone and stuff like that. Shit like this is exactly fucking
yeah.
Why. Shit like this is like every time, like my goddamn phone company, Verizon, has a fucking app. I'm sorry, Verizon, I'm not fucking downloading your fucking app. I don't give a fuck whose app it is.
Yeah.
Okay? I've got like 3 apps on my phone that I use. One of them is my bank. One of them is fucking Venmo. Okay. And one of them is fucking Uber.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'll put on my fucking phone so that I don't get clogged up. My phone doesn't get clogged up with a bunch of bullshit. And I end up like losing my ass because my phone gets fucked because of something I fucking downloaded and put on my phone.
Yeah.
Same with my fucking old ass laptop that John and Joe love to make fun of here. Like this laptop would be a fucking brick right now if I downloaded a bunch of fucking apps on it. It'd be a fucking brick. Okay. Like it's not like, I don't know. The whole, everything went fucking sideways and backwards. And like, I don't understand it. So I don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? That's just the J way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
And then even here, and then we're about to close off the Paradise conversation and play some bingo.
Yeah.
A couple people say here, I remember after the day before shutdown and Fantastic shutdown, Fantastic made a statement. It was just like this. Yep. I remember someone called them out and Fantastic responded, shit happens.
Yeah. And fuck those attitudes. It's so unprofessional.
Yeah.
And it's so, it speaks volumes for how much bullshit your product's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna fucking yell at the people that are yelling at you. You know what I mean? For putting out a bullshit product. That's not how you fucking business. That's not how you business. Period. Okay. It just doesn't work that way. It's like going into a fucking neighborhood bar, fucking swinging your dick, and you get mad when somebody fucking cold cocks you and fucking drags you out the fucking front door. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like fucking like you don't get to fucking do that here. You don't get to fucking do that here.
So, ladies, go ahead, Squillini.
Oh, I was just gonna say, once you're done with the Paradise thing, before we jump into bingo, let's touch on the Switch too, real quick.
Yes, please. But yeah, Paradise. I also want to say, Ty, the thing about Creation Dev is that he thinks that he is this. He thinks I can't stand the creator that attacks other creators and puts them down because he feels that they're better than them. When in actuality, his world is as real as Paradise has made it to be. You know what I mean? And
Motherfucker, I will make your feelings hurt. Try me.
I'll hurt your feelings and your
from the
fucking
dungeon.
and
You're gonna be paying $100 by next year for new games anyway. So I don't know what
It's not just the Switch 2 that's going to be doing it from the dungeon. It's
everybody.
I don't know where gaming like lost its fucking lost its,
Well,
its core values.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, like
Yeah,
we got something's got to change. Something's got to change.
But Paradise, you're done. It's over for you. I'm probably going to be covering you probably for the next couple times. And for the new audiences coming by, I appreciate you sticking around. I'm not used to a new audience, but I just want you to know we provide good content. This is DD214 Network. Just 3 veterans sitting around talking shit.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
we're really good at it. We're really good at it.
$90 for Mario is crazy. I mean, look, it is crazy. All right.
So,
I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
Here's the issue that we're having in the US. And this is going to be the big thing. So they announced the Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2 earlier this week. And initially when they announced it, they're like, okay, pre-orders start on April 9th. They didn't give us pricing or anything during the event, but then after everything started showing up on websites, we found out pricing. The console is going to be $100 more than the OLED model of the Switch. The games, instead of being $60, are going to be $80 now. So there's a $20 increase, which if we look at, the pricing in Japan versus the US, there is a significant difference. But also all these prices came out right after Trump announced all the tariffs he's placing on these other countries. So, of course, these companies are going to have to charge us more for goods here because of what they're having to pay to get them to us.
Correct.
It's economics. It sucks paying $80 for a fucking video game. Trust me, I don't like it any more than the fucking next person.
Sucks watching your 401k tank too, doesn't it?
Well, that too, but it's neither here nor there. I mean, the console overall, it looks good. They're adding a lot of features that I feel like should have just been there with the fucking original Switch. Like, we're now finally going to get fucking party chat in game.
I'm so happy about that.
Without needing to fucking use a mobile app to fucking do it. And it only supporting one fucking game. Because the only game it supported was fucking Splatoon.
Yep, and now you also have the video camera too with the
and you don't have to use. So I looked it up. They're going to provide a list of supported cameras that they've tested, and you don't have to buy the fucking Nintendo camera that they're selling for $50. You can use a third-party webcam.
Bingo.
Yeah. I mean, but so yeah, that is a problem, and they're actively going through the entire OG Switch library and testing to see what games run properly, what games need to be patched to get them to run on the Switch too. Another thing I like is like some of the original Switch games, they're releasing versions for the Switch 2 that have like additional content added to them and stuff. If you own it on the original Switch, you can pay an upgrade fee of $20 to upgrade to the Switch 2 version to get those additionals without having to buy the game all over again.
That might be, I could see that.
That's nice because they're saying, hey, we're going to give you a version for the new console of this game, but if you already own it, instead of you having to repurchase it, you can pay us to upgrade it to the Switch 2 version. So you get all the additional stuff we're adding to the Switch 2 version of the game.
Yeah. I could, it's like DLC basically, but
it's DLC
That's whatever. That's like,
But
and
you're also getting the improved graphics and shit that the Switch 2
Yeah.
offers, all that other crap.
yes.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see where things go, because the pre-orders were supposed to start April 9th worldwide, and Nintendo's already come out, and right now there is officially no pre-order date for the US
We'll see.
because of the fucking tariffs and shit.
We'll see. Ooh-wee. Can do. We will see.
They could have done a lot of things, but I mean,
that's been my main beef. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons we had to reflag this program as DD214 Network instead of DD214 Gaming, was because when we would go into our gaming section of the show, it started just being a nonstop shit
bitch
talk.
fest.
Shit, yeah, just bitch fest, shit talking, because the gaming industry has just really circled the drain these last several years, and unfortunately, especially for me and John, you know, being here from kind of like the beginning of the show, like it was supposed to be about gaming. It was supposed to be a veteran centric gaming show, and it turned into a bitch fest every week or every other week about there was something new, some undelivered fucking product, something came out and it was unfinished, piece of shit games, bad games getting torn apart by the fans, and the company's saying fuck you. You know what I mean? And this has been going on. This has been going on for the last 5 years.
And don't forget the actors who fucked it up for some of the people too, like being fucking, misogynistic or rude or disrespectful to fans and their communities, or not keeping their mouths shut about certain topics.
Yeah, that's it doesn't make the gaming industry look good, especially considering it's now 2020, fucking 2025, and we're sitting here and we're still griping about fucking, unfinished business and undelivered promises. You know what I mean? Promises that just didn't fucking come through. And it makes me feel gross. I'm not going to spend my fucking money on it. I know John and Joe have their own proclivities with gaming, and they're way bigger gamers than I have ever been. But for casuals like me, why would I even fucking bother? When I hear what Joe and John say, why am I even going to waste my fucking time? I'm not going to waste my time or my fucking money. I'm already enough of a fucking picky bitch when it comes to my entertainment. I'm already fucking picky as shit. So when Joe and John have a problem with something, I would have been fucking out the door fucking like 10 minutes ago. You know what I mean? These two have way more patience with gaming than I do. Way more. Way fucking more. So anyway, what do you want me to say, dude? What do you want me to say? If I'm lying, I'm dying, right? That's what we say in the Army. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, you're spot on about the whole fucking patience thing, because what me and John do, John does it a lot more than I do, for sure. And it takes a lot of fucking patience to deal with the bullshit.
Yeah, I can see that. And it hurts my heart, because I know how much you guys truly enjoy gaming. You guys truly enjoy it.
I think about games like Starfield, right?
Yes.
Because a game that I actually really enjoyed, but I guess because I'm used to the Bethesda treatment. I'm used to their formula, Everyone thought the game was shit, but I still sit here saying that I personally enjoyed it,
Yeah.
It's just,
and that's fine. But it was
just different
for me.
strokes.
For me, it wasn't that I didn't enjoy Starfield, because I enjoyed it. It was that I had one mishap happen where the game crashed on me and my entire fucking save file disappeared.
Or wasn't that the game that was supposed to be like a bajillion different worlds and whatever, and like you got some different worlds, but every world was kind of, in essence, like functionally the same. You know what I mean? Like, and like that was an undelivered promise. They promised one thing. They promised one thing before launch happened, and that was not what was delivered. You know what I mean? So like again. So yeah, you can enjoy playing the game, but what they promised and what came out were two different things. You know what I mean? So Excuse me. So yeah, that's
Everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. So let's play some bingo real quick.
Let's do that.
We'll do like 15 rolls.
Okay.
You know,
Which card am I supposed to have?
anyone you want. Choose one.
Okay. Let me pull up my phone here.
Now there's going to be some that come up on the wheel that are not on these 2 cards because this is just a sample pack I'm working on.
Uh-huh.
But if you guys are in the chat and you guys see the pinned comment, participate. We're gonna play some DD214 bingo real quick.
This will be fun.
Yes, it will.
What are you laughing at, Joe? Joe, you're muted.
Muted.
Uh-oh. What'd you do? Bum, 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 bum.
What the fuck?
There you are. Now you
There we
are.
go. Okay. I was saying instead of yelling bingo, do we yell like I got my DD214 when we fill a whole fucking row?
Yeah. That works.
Instead of fucking bingo, since this is DD214 bingo.
That fucking works for me, actually.
Because I mean, did you really earn a DD214? Because I've looked over these bingo cards. If you've not heard any of these fucking sayings in your career,
They're actually kind of fucking hilarious. But yeah, we got a wheel for it. I'm generally excited. Bingo is fun.
Clean live from Paradise joined.
God.
Look at that wheel.
Let me bring this up a little. Oh. Take out this overlay too. Yeah, and if you see the pinned comment, just go ahead and join us. And then we'll when you got your cards ready, I will Okay. Is anyone in the chat going to participate? Because if not, I'm starting this motherfucker right now.
Let's roll.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to play, choose a card from one of the 2. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we don't PT on Fridays.
No, I ain't got that one.
Right, all right. Oh yeah, you're right from the dungeon. Roll and roll. Yeah, I got to get some Limp Bizkit buttons.
No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't.
I got you, John.
God fucking damn it.
Next one, get Bartlett told again.
That's just a Tuesday.
Yep.
The next one. Called Warrior, ironically.
I like some of these. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen here, Warrior.
Yeah. Or did you guys ever get called Hero? Hey, let me tell you something, Hero.
Can I tell you something, Hero? Oh man. Oh, I fucking removed whatever was supposed to happen. I'm gonna have to fix that. Spent 3 hours staging gear that didn't get used.
Happened way more than I'd like to admit.
Gotta love fucking emptying out Connexes and fucking just to put shit back in. That's fucking funny.
Oh man. Field Chow gave everyone the runs.
Got 2.
I've never had that issue.
I was pretty lucky when it came to field chow, but I've definitely had some. I had some oopsies in Afghanistan.
I was constipated more than I was like having the runs.
Hey, y'all got lawnmowers?
Yeah.
Fucking army is this?
We had lawnmowers. We had lawnmowers. Third ID. I blame you, John. That's okay. Oh man,
it's easy to blame the cooks until you get hungry and you actually need to eat. You know?
Yeah. Someone's Bluetooth speaker ruined the silence.
Did you guys remember that thing where if you pressed it, it's kind of like an Instagram thing or something, but it's like just really loud sex noises. You know what I mean? And it was like a trick, and like I've seen that like ruin some fucking silence and make shit really really awkward.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God.
Somebody like opens it and it's just like, oh, like just some poor lady just getting railed the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and everyone's just like, okay, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
that's fair. My favorite field chow was the shrimp scampi and chicken Alfredo night.
You know what? Some of the goddamn DFAC meals were actually pretty fucking on point, especially when I was downrange in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
When we were on a big enough fob at different junctures, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the food was delicious, and I would look forward to certain nights of the week because they're serving whatever that particular night, you know, whatever. And it's yeah, the cooks definitely, you know, don't get as much credit as they deserve sometimes. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. The one thing that I did enjoy mostly was being in the field but it was because of the kitchens, the motorized kitchens.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
The way, you know, to put it together, and it was pretty big. They used to let us sleep in there until one day another unit decided to sleep in theirs, but they left their burners on.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that. Yeah. Yeah. I helped set up a field kitchen at NT when I went. I only made it to NTC once. Like fucking, I only made it to NTC once, but I assisted. I was in the infantry at the time, but I assisted a lot of our battalion cooks setting up a field kitchen. So that was pretty.
Deploys cool. 3 times, only does NTC once. That's fucking luck.
You want to talk about only did NTC once. I was supposed to go to JRTC, but I ended up going to ALC instead. So while my homies were at JRTC, I was drinking Yingling at fucking Fort Benning doing ALC. I only did in 7 years in the infantry that I did in the infantry. I only did EIB once. That's why I don't have my EIB, because I didn't get it that year. But I only did one attempt at an EIB. Like yeah. 7 years in the army, or 7 years in the infantry. I mean, like it just them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, let's get the next one. Let's see what happens. You're not leaving until the paperwork's done. Oh man.
I want a new card. I don't think I've gotten any yet.
I got to make more.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
5 times to fucking NTC and 0 JRTC. That's from Cleary.
I believe it.
I'm sorry.
I believe it.
I'm sorry.
Well, the cool part about NTC is like the more often you go, like you get to know like the lay of the land, you know. So like you do all your setting up and tearing down in what they call Ruba, but once you go in the box, I knew guys that had been to NTC so many times, like they knew where we were just on like by visual sight. They knew where we were in the box.
Yeah.
Because they'd been so many goddamn times. So
Yes. So we were about to go to NTC. We were probably like maybe 2-3 weeks out. And then the 2015-16 restructure happened.
So got canceled.
Yep, it got canceled right away. They pushed out anyone who wanted to get out, and they kept anyone who wanted to stay in. They merged units. That was actually a crazy time too. A lot of people were pissed off about that because they wanted to deploy.
Oh yeah.
No, the next one. We'll do a few more. Got tasked by walking by.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like, hey, you, come here.
Yeah,
come here, hero.
Like, hey, let me look at your uniform real quick. Oh, it's a polish stain on that floor. That's why you always carry a clipboard.
Basically.
Got voluntold again.
We already had that one.
Yeah, we came up before.
Yeah, I didn't remove it. I'll make a whole new one. Yeah, the first 2 times were hard stance fobs set up, and the last 3 were full spectrum ops with no amenities. Ooh.
Yep. That happens too.
No
And
amenities.
yes, you always have to carry. The one way out of getting voluntold or tasked with something when you walk by a fucking high-ranking person is have a clipboard in your fucking hand, a clipboard and a pencil, and make it look like you're checking shit off of a list. You will never get asked to do shit. And for those of y'all thinking about going in, don't take this advice. That's some E4 shit, okay?
Yeah, that's like fucking E4 mafia shit right there. Like, yeah.
All right, we did this one. Yeah, all right. You wasted my rolls, motherfucker. You got told to sweep the sidewalk.
Definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
My favorite is mop up the rain until the fucking deck's dry.
Yeah.
It's even funnier when you actually see someone fucking hosing up the fucking side.
If you stay in the Army long enough, you will see somebody sweeping the motor pool in fucking rain.
Picking up rocks from the cracks of the floor, one by one. Like, you will see it.
You'll see it.
We call this positive reinforcement, children.
Picking up everybody's fucking cigarette butts and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want to let any of our viewers know, I was the one NCO. I would tell my Joes if they were not smokers, if they were non-smokers, I'd be like, just walk around the parking lot while us smokers fucking pick up the cigarette butts. I was like, look like you're busy, but if you're not, if you weren't a smoker, I wasn't gonna make you fucking pick up cigarette butts because that's fucking stupid. Because you're not even part of the fucking problem. You know what I mean? It's like, and we wouldn't have to fucking pick up cigarette butts if they did what, guys?
Put them in the fucking receptacles properly.
Thank you.
It literally made.
We have literally in every smoke pit, there is a fucking receptacle for cigarette butts. If you put your butts in there, all that happens is we just have to task one person with emptying it out once a fucking week. We don't have to fucking go police the fucking entire ground to find every individual fucking cigarette.
Everywhere.
I don't smoke anymore, but even when I still smoked, when I was still in the Army, I still to this day, if I bum cigarettes, I twist out the fucking tobacco, I crunch up the fucking filter, and I fucking throw the fucking thing away.
Yeah,
every time.
I mean, if there's not a cigarette receptacle nearby for you to stub out your cigarette into, you just roll the fucking shit out.
Yep.
Stomp it with your foot to put out the fucking cherry, and then throw the fucking butt into a trash can.
It's not hard. It's really
because it's not fucking lit, so it's not going to start a fucking fire, you dumbasses.
It's not fucking hard, and it's not hard to be it's not hard to not be a lazy asshole and just fucking flick your shit wherever the fuck you feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not hard.
Absolutely. Now we'll do one last one. I like the way the wheel sounds.
It is kind of cool.
Oh, this one doesn't count. This one doesn't count.
I'm gonna say respin. We already had that one.
Someone's boots will have mud from the last field op.
That's the thing. Remember I told you guys about turning my gear in when I ETS'd from Carson.
Yeah.
My kit, like the one you wear like with sappy plates and all that, that was like 4 years of like fuck your face infantry. So there was all manner of shit on there. When they told me at CIF that I didn't have to clean it, I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, oh, thank fucking God.
Because the only way to clean that bitch is buy a new one and turn it into.
It was not getting clean. Like there was 4 years of dirt, mud, blood, piss, shit, every conceivable fucking like fluid.
That was, you just got the right civilian contractor at the right fucking time that day. Because if dude was in a piss poor mood, you'd have been scrubbing that bitch for the next fucking
dude.
year.
I was gonna have to take it to a fucking like car wash and like power wash it, like literally, because they wouldn't like that shit.
And that still probably wouldn't have gotten it clean enough.
No, almost guaranteed no. And like I think I did have to go back to CIF for a couple things, but it wasn't a lot. But I was so grateful I didn't have to fucking clean my kit, because it was like literally first year in the infantry was training, second year was a deployment, third year was training, year 4 was a fucking another deployment. And so like it was 4 years straight of like fuck you in the infantry. You know what I mean? It was 4 years.
The duty doesn't get more active than that, doesn't it?
No, it was back to back training cycles, back to back deployments. Like
he was living that Call of Duty.
He really was, man. Holy,
and he had duty on his kit.
I got what I asked for. I definitely got what I asked for. So like I suffer sometimes now because of it, right? But I consider my suffering to be just, because I got exactly what the fuck I asked for.
It's like, I asked to be deployed and I got fucking deployed.
I got fucking deployed like 3 times. Like I got what I
can't bitch about it because I asked for it.
Nope. That's what exact. I didn't join the army to fucking sit there and hold my dick. So I got what I got lucky, and I got what I asked for. And like we were saying earlier, it's paid some dividends on the back end, but there's definitely an amount of suffering that goes with it. So it's like, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do?
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I truly appreciate you guys coming out today.
Absolutely.
This was a fantastic, fun episode as always. We always have a good time here on the DD214 Network podcast. I just have a crazy idea coming out with some of these bingo cards. I really want to do something for the veterans, and so there's going to be a bingo card pack with like, I'm going to try to shoot for like 50 different cards and stuff like that. Figure out what comes with it. Maybe sell it as like a little board game for veterans and stuff to play at home or in their units and stuff like that.
Some to take to the field maybe, or fucking whatever.
Just something fun. But guys, if you're looking for some merch or anything like that, go to www.cleansanchezmedia.com. All that good stuff. If you want to make podcasts like us, you can hit the link that's in the description. Yada yada yada. And so I'll take the final thought this week. Words are hard. I kind of want to start off. It's gonna be interesting. I lost a childhood friend this week. On April 1st, which is an interesting day to lose somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And we haven't spoken. We haven't spoken since childhood. I actually saw him a couple of years ago. He was good. He's actually friends with my brother-in-law too, which that was kind of a funny full circle thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But this friend of mine, Felix Quintanilla, he wasn't a veteran, but if he was a soldier, he would have been a great fucking soldier. I'll tell you that much.
I know plenty of the type where
Yep.
it's like if they had joined one of the branches and joined the ranks, like they would have made good soldiers or Marines or airmen or whatever, sailors, whatever.
Yeah, and it saddens me because I remember being with Felix. We played Little League together, and there's a memory that sits rent free in my head. And it was the first time I ever saw someone hit a baseball and break the bat. Like, I got to see that in person, and we were just kids.
Right.
We were like 9, 10 years old and seeing this happen. And being kids, something like that always lives with you, and that lived with me because I remember being there when it happened and how happy we were for him. And, unfortunately, he ran through some bad luck and he lost his little brother, Henry, who I was good friends with him during our childhood. And just on the first, we lost Felix. And, I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about his family. I can imagine how someone could be feeling after losing someone who is such like a pure soul.
Mhm.
And we go through this all the time with our friends because there's always like few people in your life that like who are truly pure souls or that shine in bright light. And when you have those and when you lose those, it's very hard. So this one, even not being as close to him, like others were, it still kind of hurts because this is someone that like was again an angel to the world. And rest in peace to Felix. He's with his brother now. And obviously the whole point about the final thought is to make sure that no one is ever alone. And we experience loss all the time. And if you're experiencing loss, and if you're feeling alone, if you feel like you're just having a hard time, guys, if you don't want to talk to us, if you don't want to talk to a family member, a friend, you can call strangers at 988. You can actually dial or call 988. And it's interesting because if you go to Walmart or some McDonald's, even liquor stores, sometimes you'll see right on the parking space they have a sign. I've been seeing it a lot more signs for 988. In fact, I'm watching a show called Dope Thief. And there was a scene where one of the characters called 988.
Cool.
And in this scene, you see her dial the number, and in the scene, she speaks to the person, and she tells them, I don't, I don't want to take myself out. I just really need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
So
What-
take into
Part of what it's for.
guys.
That's
Yeah.
part of what it's for.
Take into perspective, they're not there just to help if you want to end your time. They're there to talk to you, to take you out of that mentality. And I think that this scene really helped portray that because the character had a gun in her hand, and we know that the character is lying, but just the scene itself, speaking to an operator, and that operator was ready to hear everything that she wanted to say,
Right.
and how willing they were. That is the experience you're going to get with these people. And it's not a subscription service. It's not it's not a paid service. You call them. You can call if you're having a hard time right now, stop watching us and go dial 988 or dial 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-8255. They're there for you today, every single day of the week, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I mean, we like to joke around here, but this is something that we don't like to joke around about.
I was just gonna say, like, we've had some very frank discussions on this show that the three of us individually we suffer sometimes, and we have our rough days, and sometimes days will turn into weeks or weeks will turn into a season. You got to get it out somehow. Even if you're in a season of depression, a season of like high anxiety, just wake up not feeling good that day. I don't like getting too personal on here, but like I was telling Joe and John before the show today, I had an incident occur that I was not involved in, but several nights ago, this week, I was just in the presence of something when an incident occurred, and it fucked me up for like 2 straight days. Like I'm just now today starting to feel a little bit better, but just being in the vicinity of this incident when it occurred really fucking messed my head up. And we're getting to that age in our lives, especially as veterans, especially post service, where you're trying to make it back in the world, and you're trying to be a polite member of society. And sometimes society doesn't want to be polite for you. So it can fuck with your head. And like when you're in your head, you got to find a way to get the fuck back out. You can't just fucking stay there because it doesn't get, it doesn't get better by itself. There has to be some. You have to take some proactive steps to cull the herd a little bit. You know what I mean? So if you got like a herd of fucking bison stampeding in your fucking in your brain space,
yeah,
you've got to cull the herd. You've got to like get or make the fucking herd switch direction, so that you're not sitting there just up your own ass, you know, for no good reason. You know what I mean?
Most doors are easy to break through. Most.
I have had a lot of success combating what you might call intrusive thoughts. So I do pretty good when I have intrusive thoughts. I've become pretty adept at shoving those thoughts out of my head. But that doesn't necessarily take away the depression. It doesn't take away anxiety.
Right.
When I have what I would call like traumatic stress responses that occur sometimes, I have traumatic stress responses. It still hurts. Nothing's going to go away. I'm probably going to be dealing with this shit for the rest of my life. We briefly mentioned last week, like, for all I know, in another 10 or 15 years, I might need a fucking caretaker. I don't know right now.
Yeah.
All I know is my disability shows itself sometimes. And when my disability shows itself, I have to be proactive about doing something about it. Okay, that's not the time for me to be drinking a lot. That's not the time for me to be in public around other people that are or are not good or bad, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, that's not the time for it, because when my disability shows itself, it doesn't just put me in danger, but potential danger. It puts anyone I'm around in potential danger too. And I have to be responsible about, how do you feel today, Jay? Can you go out in public right now? Can you go watch a Royals game at the watering hole and have a good day? Is that even possible? Is that even possible today? And if it's not, then I need to take some inventory. I need to do some internal reflection. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling like what? Like, did something happen that made me feel this today? Sometimes there's a reason. Sometimes you just woke up on the wrong side of bed. Shit happens. But it's up to us to deal with it. It's up to us to fucking stand up and goddamn do something about it. So,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. This was a great episode. As always, we always have a good time here. We're gonna be back again, same bat time, same bat channel. You know, as the good old things say. But yeah, guys, come around next week.
Holy flying penguin testicles, Batman.
I'm gonna watch The Dark Knight with my kid today, which I'm pretty excited about. And then
go further back. Let's go Adam West, Batman 67, 79. Yeah.
We did it already. We did them all already. We're up to
Burt Ward and Adam West.
Yeah, we're up to the Christopher Nolan era at the moment, so we're kind of swimming through that. So
sounds like a good day.
I hope you're stopping at that. Let's just end it there. Like, don't continue after that.
He likes the new Batman. Remember?
We haven't.
I was the one that didn't like it. Remember?
And I'm gonna watch the next one when it comes out.
I know you.
I mean, I'm gonna. Curiosity is gonna kill the cat. I'm still gonna fucking watch it, but I'm not gonna go to theaters to watch it. I'm gonna wait till it's free.
Dude, I'm gonna watch that shit at the fucking 3DX theater that they got over here in New York. New York City. Have a good one, everybody.
Good evening, good night, and we will see y'all later.
fucking, we're still on. Like, come on,